Hi guys, so I just got done watching the new Salem's Lot remake, which is on HBO Max. This is a movie I was decently looking forward to, mainly because it's been announced for a long time, and I didn't know it was coming out this year. Actually, I really didn't. It was announced several years ago, and it was going to go to theaters, and this year I guess they just dumped it on HBO Max. Um, Now, I was looking forward to this film because of all the hype surrounding it. But if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest vampire fan, as you would probably know. Um, I'm not the biggest fan of vampire movies, and I never really have been. There's of course vampire movies I really like, but I'm usually not the biggest fan. And as for this one, this was unfortunately just another generic vampire movie. It's not a bad watch. I'll say that it wasn't a bad watch. The acting from everyone was great. I feel like everybody did a very good job in the movie, and I really enjoyed everyone's performance. So there was that. Film was well made. I enjoyed like the shooting locations and all of that. And the effects on the vampires I also thought were pretty cool looking. I liked those. I did think that the vampire effects were decently cool, although it does get a little goofy near the end with like the stuff that happens is a little goofy. And I do like that there is more like, old school vampire homages in this movie. Um, but like I said, it gets very silly near the end. Even though the movie does have decent looking effects, it gets very silly near the end. And the movie is just overall another generic vampire movie with not really anything all that interesting or anything that's going to make it stand out among any other like old schoolish vampire movie that I've seen. And like I said, it's not a bad watch. Like, I mean, I would say if you're a fan of more old school vampire flicks, then you should check this one out. You'd probably like it, and you'd probably like it more than I did. Um, because I do feel like we don't get a lot of like more old school style vampire films. And this one, I appreciated it trying to throw back, but it just didn't really have much to like stand out for me. And I feel like that some people are gonna really like this movie, and that's great. And for some people, the anticipation will live up to them, and I think that's great. But for me, unfortunately, it was okay. It was an okay movie. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. It was okay. But I do feel like the movie will also really disappoint a lot of people as well, which is what a lot of the early reviews are saying. But what do I know? So that's my review on Salem's Lot. If you've seen it, let me know what you think about it in the comments. And I would also like to know, how is it compared to the original 70s miniseries, if you saw that, because I actually haven't seen it and I'm curious. So, whatever it is, let me know. And as always, subscribe to me to see more horror and thriller reviews.